Welcome to Patty's Aquatics.
Welcome to Patty's Aquatics. My name is Adam and welcome to the fish room. So today what I got planned for you guys is I'm going to give you guys another update of this fish room. I'm going to show you the progress of the downsizing and the shifting, the aquarium Tetris like someone said in one of the comments I plan on doing down here. I pretty much got all the tanks in place already. Nothing's completely done yet, but I want to show you guys the progress and show you, well, what I got over here. So let's turn this camera on and get going. Well, first thing you're going to see is my tank here is gone. And like I just showed you, I got it up there. Now, I haven't done anything with it yet. Like I said, if you haven't been watching, this is going to be my future river tank, my 55-gallon that I got up here. I'm in the process of probably going to set it up tomorrow, to be honest with you. I got to clean this tank out. You can get some of this algae out of here and stuff like that at first. But I've been staging everything. I've got a bunch of rocks here I plan on working with. I'm going to go get the gravel for it. Probably when I'm done with this video, excuse me, and not to spoil things, but next week's video, I have a little temporary tank down here set up because I got some fish coming in today that are going to be specially for this, but that'll be next week's video. Anyway, so other than that, what's going on, all these tanks that were here I took down. I took that stand down, so now I got some room in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do all over here yet. I'm going to keep it probably open, but I could hang some like towels and some supplies and things up on the wall here to give me a little extra room. Down here is that quarantine tank. What I got in here now is all those rice fish and my shrimp, and then all the plants and wood that I plan on using potentially in the river tank up above, and all my extra sponge filters. Now I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of these rice fish this weekend from when I'm filming this right now anyway. To Sweet Polly, another YouTuber, which I'll link up above or in the description. Go check his channel out, cool guy. I'm going to give him some of these guys. And then that'll kind of add that down a little bit, because the new fish I'd be getting, I would be putting in here, but I got so much stuff in here I can't keep a proper eye on them. That's why I set up that other tank under my desk, which, by the way, was a big reason why I wanted to get this stuff downsized in that tank over here. I wanted my desk over here again. It's much easier to have my computer and filming and everything with my desk here. It was very cramped with not having any room, because when I had that other tank in here, it pretty much cut off here, and I had this small little area, and it was really hard to work with a lot of things. So that's what's with that. Now, over here, not much has really changed, to be honest with you. The CPDs that were in the tank over there, I did add them into this tank here. There are some back in the weeds that are hanging out now. A few up here too I've seen. Now the plan is they're going to stay in here. Once I get that river tank set up, these guys shiners will go in there, and then I'm going to get rid of this wave maker, because the CPDs don't need that flow. They're not a river fish, so they don't really need that kind of current that's in there right now, other than what I'll get from the sponge filter, and I may add another sponge filter in there. And then on top of that, my plan is all the CPDs I have in here are going to go in there then too, and I'm going to start breeding more, because I want to have a huge colony of CPDs in here, and I think that'll be really cool looking. Now, these 10-gallon tanks, you can talk about them real quick. If you probably can notice right off the bat, they are just so packed full of algae. Well, that is because I have been feeding the schmaltz out of these tanks to try to keep up with some of these young fish, and with having everything in the fish room here going on, I really haven't had as much time to sit and pull this algae out every week. So that will get caught up on me. Once I get these CPDs out of here, there'll just probably be some shrimp in here, and I'll be able to get caught up with maintenance, and the algae will be reduced because I won't be feeding it like 2 to 3 times a day. Over here, I have my white clouds in here that are still alive. I have some normal and the golds here too. I'm having algae issues, and well, it's because I'm feeding the schmaltz out of it, and it's just the way that it is. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the white clouds yet. I'm going to be completely honest. I have my group of them down here, and then the babies here. My original thought was to put my rainbow shiners and the white clouds in my river tank, and I may still do that. Part of me wants to keep it just rainbow shiners in here maybe. I don't know, we'll see. That's still one of those things, like I said in the past video, it's kind of, everything is fluid that's going on right now, so I'm not 100% sure. Cribs are doing great, nothing new to change there. I probably will add some plants in here maybe at some point, but other than that, they've been doing great. Like I said over here, this was kind of a holding tank for some of my plants I pulled out too. So I will probably pull some of those cribs out of there maybe for another tank. But if I keep the white clouds in here, I'm thinking I might make more of a river type tank for this one too, because they do like some flow, and I'll put that wave maker that was up above down here. But we'll see. I am not 100% sure on that. Now, my 20 long, my dirty tank. Now this is the one you seen a couple weeks ago about the heater failure, or a lot of them died. More have died since then. This tank is not doing good fish-wise, and it's really discouraging. They hide the few that are in here yet. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. They're in the back. I usually look for eyes, but I can see at least one body back there, one, not body, dead body, but a live body back there. It's hard to see. So there's a couple in here yet, but I've had a couple more die since that video. So I don't really know what to do about that, to be honest with you, but just sit it out and wait and see what happens. But if you remember back around Thanksgiving time, I put out a video about putting those root bombs into my dirt, into my soil. It was just basically frozen cubes of dirt to try to help energize my soil. I feel like that's been helping. Now I haven't been able, I wanted to hit more of them in there since then, but I got busy with everything. When everything happened with this, I haven't had a chance. But my dorsage has definitely bounced back some, and I see a lot more runners since I've done that. So I really believe that is helping, and it is going to work long term. So my plan is to get a bunch of those frozen again and start hitting them everywhere within this tank, especially under those crypts. So we'll see with that. I showed you guys this tank. Now, the big tank I want to show you guys is, well, it's my puffer tank. Now, this has changed. This is one I decided to just go with it and change things around while I was doing things. This was probably going to be the tank I was going to work on last, is what I told myself, but it didn't turn out that way. So, my original idea was to remove some of that sand and maybe put a little bit of gravel in the back, because this big sword here I wanted to keep, and this was probably the most likely tank to be able to put it in because of its size. And then I kind of had a thought. I'm like, you know what, let's put like a little more than half of it just gravel, because I have so much luck with plants growing in gravel down here. But yet I know this guy, he doesn't bury himself in sand, but he likes to lay in it. So, and this is the area he lays in. So I decided to do is put a few rocks this way to kind of divide the two as much as I can. He likes to blow things around. Then have all gravel this way, and I loaded it with swords. Sorry about the glare. I have a sword here, an Amazon back there, another smaller one here. Then I put in some crypts along the way here. Now the unfortunate part is, I see that some of these crypts are melting already, which suck. Doesn't mean they're dead, folks. So if you get crypts and they melt like this, the root system is what you want. Now, the bad thing is it's going to take a little while for them to grow back, but the good thing is they're not dead. They're just getting used to the water and everything that's going on, so it'll be a little bit of time for that to be regrowth. But I have a lot of faith in this tank now that it's going to turn around. The water looks crystal clear now that I put that gravel in too, to be honest with you. And I also did monkey around a little bit with my canister filter. I showed you guys that last time. I haven't changed anything yet, but I got that intake kind of attached closer to the glass instead of hanging out that it was. I'm going to change this stuff yet. That's down the road yet. I want to put the canister back underneath the stand and have the intake come in up in this corner here and sort of be where it is, but have it have like another 90-degree angle piece and go back that way so I can have the tubes out the back, because right now how I got it rigged, it's off to the side, and I got a piece of egg crate here just to rest these glass pieces on, just so the fish doesn't jump out or anything. So I want to have that tight basically, so I need to get those back into their notches in the back of the tank. But kept the sponge filters, that was always the plan. But other than that, things are doing good. I did this about a week ago. I'm pretty happy with it. I may add more plants yet in the future, but we'll see. We'll just let this go for a couple months and then really pack the crap out of them with root tabs. Aquarium Co-op root tabs, by the way, are what I use, and that's what we'll do with that. So that's Puff Daddy's tank, and I like it so far. Excuse me. Now over to the axolotls tank. Now, I added one more piece of Anibius in here, but it still hasn't changed. I'm not done with this one yet again. Ideas of what I plan on doing. I think I'm going to double stack the sponge filters on these. I'm going to get two. These are fine sponges in here right now. I think I'm going to put coarse sponges on top. So I'll have double the filtration on both sides. And then plant-wise, I have two large pieces of Anibius barderi in here. I think I'm going to put those in my axolotl tank. I'm going to make that like an axolotl Anibius jungle or something like that. But I want to have a large amount of Anibius in here. With the sand, I really don't want to put anything in it. I kept it pretty thin as far as rooted plants. So I want to do pretty much all Anibius and just let that grow real thick, and I think that'll be the plan with that. But other than that, nothing's really changed. Just a lot of aquarium Tetris, like someone said, but having fun with it. And I'm really excited because my biggest plan with all this really is to not just to quick switch things around, but I really want to concentrate more this year. My goal is more of my aquascapes. I love the fish, but I want to have a balance. I always talk about balance in this channel, about having balance in your tank, you know, and all that stuff, but I want to have balance in my hobby too. I want to do not just breeding fish. I want to just keep fish, but I want to have that aquascape part of it too. So I want to have all of it. I want to create a cool aquascape in all my tanks, every single one of them. And I want to have the fish in it with potential breeding, but I'm thinking I want to go a lot of community tanks with it too. Like I said, with the river tank, I'm not 100% sure yet if it's just going to be shiners or if I'm going to add more. But then with these tanks here, I want to like try to add some different fish to them as well, and just try to make things that I really love. And I want to try to keep this more long-term than maybe a year and switch it up again. But that's the thing with this hobby, you never know what you're going to do, but that's all right. That's why I love it and keeps me interested. But anyway, short but sweet video here. This again next week, stay tuned, big video, have some cool fish coming, show you guys that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hope to see you again next time here at Patty's Aquatics.
Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time here at Patty's Aquatics.